Hey cookies, welcome to today's episode and guide where we break down the Avatar of Destiny. I've seen a ton of questions around this, so I wanted to talk about this specific guild battle for you here today with the latest and greatest update. So appreciate you tuning in. Thank you for your support. As always, questions or comments throughout today's episode, do let me know. I love to hear from you, and the timestamps are down below where we'll break down this enemy, we'll give you some teams, and then we'll go ahead and clean house on Avatar of Destiny. So let's get moving here today. So here's what we got going on. A couple good things to think about that people always forget. Make sure you use this right here, the practice. You can absolutely test out your teams, mechanics, those kinds of things as well for this boss. Gives you a great way to learn about these bosses. The biggest piece about this one in particular here is these different abilities. Destiny Reversal passive gains immunity from all debuffs. So this is huge, including periodic damage effects. Whenever the Avatar of Destiny receives a debuff, it gains a stack of reversal. Periodic damage does not trigger this effect. Each stack of reversal increases Avatar's attack and damage resistance. Once it stacks 3 times, Destiny's reversal is triggered, dealing damage to your entire team, to their max HP and stunning them. Destiny Realization deals damage to the 2 nearest members of your team. Targets cookies first. Again, very important always. Equal to a portion of Avatar's Destiny's attack plus true damage equal to 20% of the target's max HP. It hits hard. Destiny Doom targets the nearest member of your team. Targets cookies first and after some time deals true damage equal to 100% of max target's HP. Destiny Oblivion. The Avatar of the Destiny's transcendent wings spread wide, dealing damage to your entire team equal to Avatar's attack plus true damage equal to 35% of each cookie's max HP and silencing them. Destiny Punishment. The column of light descends upon the sky descends from the sky, moving slowly towards its destination. Targets affected by the light suffer from reduced MOV, speed, and burns. Last but not least, Destiny Hindrance. Drops 5 stones of Destiny, dealing damage. Each stone deals area damage and knocks back the targets. Stones are indestructible, receiving 1 point of damage for each hit and being immune to indirect damage. Just absolutely slowing down your team. There's the power, there's HP, attack, and defense. Very, very high in power. Ooh, that's why a lot of people are asking questions about this one. That's why we're breaking this down for you here today. So biggest piece there outside of all this, it deals a ton of damage. Be careful. The debuff is a real and deal thing. I wanted to call it out for you there. Do not, absolutely do not put debuffs on this boss. That's what you do not want to do with Avatar Destiny. So what does that mean for our team? It means you can buff your own team. So let's go ahead and look at what we have going here today. So my team in particular, what do? We drop a lot of the debuffs on your opponents. That reduces their defense, allows you to deal a lot of damage, those kinds of things. Additionally, when we have traditionally our pure attack teams, we're using things like Eclair, we're using things like our lovely Dark Choco here, and making sure that we continue to drop them and then get fast and tried and true damage. In this case, now what you want to do is there's significant damage being dealt to your team. You want to get lots of defense on your teammates and fellow cookies. And on top of that, you just want to buff your cookies to do a ton of damage. So in this case, this is one of the better teams that I have found to be in use or have seen that works well. A couple things here. You got good old Parfait Cookie right there for you here, allowing you to ensure and buff your team, which is huge. Recover HP, defense, resistance to debuffs, all those things. Then we still keep our friendly Vampire Cookie or Vampire Cookies. Vampirism's great, but everything else in terms of that trickle down damage, that's going to go away, but this guy still hits like a truck. Next, we still want to have at least one other damage dealer. Here I'm using Sorbet. Couple of key pointers here that you can flip in instead of Sorbet. Rye Cookie now is going to become a fan favorite, I believe, just potentially with the new magic candies, if I can ever find Rye Cookie. Anyway, I know we have Rye somewhere in here, but that's one option for you in terms of that damage. Next, the other thing that you can do here, where are you? Nope. The other thing that you can do here is you can always do another damage dealer. in this space. Then we have our good old Pomegranate Cookie. Pomegranate Cookie here is going to buff your team, increasing their damage, again, healing and attack, which is huge and going to be crucial for you. Again, putting your buffs on your teams, increasing for your damage dealers and healing. The next one here is lovely Financier Cookie. This one here is going to help protect your team, again, do decent damage and give you tons and tons of resistance here and buffs. So having that one in the front is good. What else can you use besides this one? Certainly you can use Cocoa. You can also use the good old legendary right here, Hollyberry. But again, what you want to ensure that you are not doing is debuffing your opponent. I cannot stress that more. So this team right here has ran really well for me and done some healthy damage. So let's go ahead and show you how it works here. I've been dropping at least 6 million. Might not seem like a lot, but there's lots of dragon teams that I've seen that people are putting up 30 million damage and then only coming here and doing like 1 or 2. So let's go ahead and take the team for a spin. Yes, that's always a problem for me. But here's what we got going on for you here today. Again, I got increased defense. I have faster cooldowns. And now we're going to show how this team works for you against the Avatar of Destiny. So there's a lot of the damage that you can see going right away out here in the beginning. Now we're going to start getting hit, getting pushed back. This is what we talked about, where those damage where each one hits. We see that we almost lose Financier Cookie. We need to get that health back before we lose him here. Lose them here. Here we go. So now you see we take those things down. We're still getting some damage. And now we just reset with 20 seconds left. There we go. We get in there with our Vampire Cookie. There we go. And time is up. So key pieces there. Boom. 7.5 million damage. Taking it home there for level 2. So key points there again. That Vampire Cookie still going. Obviously we talked about Rye Cookie. That might be a good one for you again as that damage dealing. And a very, very, very healthy run for us here with the Avatar of Destiny. So I wanted to give you this guide here today, fast and quick for you. We broke down the Avatar of Destiny. We talked through the Cookie teams, and we did take the Cookie team out for a spin here to show you how you can deal great damage against this new boss here for the guild battles. So Cookies, questions, comments, do let me know. I'd love to hear from you as always, as you know that. Additionally, great ways to stay connected here on the channel. Appreciate your support. And with that, Cookies, you stay safe, you take care. I hope you enjoyed today's guide. Good luck in the guild battles. Feel free to give me a shout, and we'll see you again soon. Mythras Cookie out.